Huh.
Alright, boys and girls, it's Dane at JONAH Guitars. That's his 71 Fender Vibrasonic Reverb with the 15. I don't even have the thing plugged in. And it's got to do with the master volume. So I was going to do a demo on this guitar. And it started doing that after I plugged the guitar in. So I'm not going to be using this amp. Alright. I've recently completed the skull faced or patterned and inlaid Les Paul Jr. style. I say that because it's a lot of things that aren't Les Paul Jr. about it. The ergonomic heel body joint here, it's very, very slim, very easy to play up onto. It does not have a Gibson peg head shape. That's my JONAH shape. Les Paul Jr.'s didn't have a five-piece laminate neck. Didn't have the Grovers. I don't think they did originally. They might have Grovers now. These pickups are wound by a guy I know, friend. I call him a friend of mine in Tennessee. I'm not going to say where he works in Nashville, but suffice it to say that he does a lot of work with pickups. It's his business is pickups, but he does a lot of repair at one of the shops there. And so he has an opportunity to spec out a lot of different vintage pickups, and so he winds accordingly. And he's been doing all of my pickups as of late. This has the intonatable really not very good camera angle, one-piece bridge that you can intonate it, and it has locking studs so the bridge doesn't teeter up on it. As far as electronics go, it has the Bourne's pots, and they rotate effortlessly. I know I've used Alpha a lot in the past, and they seem to be rather stiff. They're good pots. The specs are great, but they don't rotate this nicely. So if you're into turning the knob or tongue with your pinky, this is a Switchcraft three-way toggle switch, and then also jack. What else do you need to know? The body is, you can't see it because I painted it, but the body is Sapele. It's a white Sapele. I want to say vertical grain, but that's not right. I'll get back to the grain orientation. For some reason, I'm drawing a total blank on that. I made the pickup cavity cover out of a Texas license plate. This one happens to say Texas travel trailer, and why I chose Texas is only because I happened to have it around. Had a couple of them around for my mother-in-law at one point, and stripped the color off of that and just lacquered it back in the metal. The color had just been painted on, it wasn't sticking on there very well. This has a ebony fretboard with pearl inlay, dots, and then the skull is pearl also, or actually, yeah, white pearl. I was thinking abalone for a second there. Ebony veneer on the peg head. I didn't dye it, so it's It's got a little bit of streaks in it here and there. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Up on the pointy end there, there's a couple little light streaks. And then just in the wood in general, you've got a little variation in color. So it's not solid black. It's got the Dunlop strap lock buttons on it. Comes with the pieces that go on your strap. Also has a case. Nice Roadrunner. No, it's not a Roadrunner. It's a Gator. But you can see that over there. Nice Gator case as well. Okay, so I am going to splice in some actual guitar players playing this, or at least one, and let you hear what it sounds like somebody else playing it. But I'm just going to kind of go through the tones, if you will. I know I say this often when I'm doing these tests. I'm not much of a player. You're hearing this through a 35 watt solid state Yamaha amp that's got to be pushing 40 years old, 35 years old. What else? These are number 10s, string wise. Number 10 Ernie Ball Slinky, and this is a bone nut that way. Okay, so I don't have, this is the dry. Now, let's just go to the neck. Start with the neck pickup. Let's just do this. I'll take a break here. I didn't even check my tuning on this thing. I just pulled it out of the case. Alright, back tuning here. By the way, it's an orange drop on the capacitor, which I have it's all the way pegged right there. Put a little reverb on this thing. Very little.
up and get a picture of it. Looks like a short neck, but it's
now, let's leave it. Put it in the middle. All right, so I'm going to pull this. I have this blower switch of sorts here. So just say you had your tone pulled back. Well, let's say you have your tone pulled back and you're playing your bridge. Pull that switch out, pulls the cap out. So you can remove the capacitor completely from the circuit and just have it wide open. You can have it dialed into a tone that you don't like, that's not quite so harsh. So there's kind of the go around on this thing with the different tones, sounds. I did just notice something else to point out, that it does have a wheel adjust on the truss rod, which I like to do. Put it up here, just right at the end of the fretboard, so that you can get to it. You don't have a big hole up here at the headstock that makes this weaker. If I get it in the camera, makes this weaker with a hole up here for your truss rod nut. And with a set neck, if you do a spoke wheel, you can you can get in there and adjust that with just a rod that's the right diameter for that. And so you can always tweak that rod a little bit if you need to. The way I have this set up right now is I'm probably right at 4/64 at the 12th. I've probably got about 8 thousandths of relief right around the 7th fret, although yeah, it's about what it is. That's how I set up most things. I like the neck a little flatter, like at about 8 thousandths rather than 12, which is real common. Anyway, that's it. That's the Les Paul Jr. with the skull. I think I might have already mentioned this. I will go ahead and insert some other playing in here.
What's the estimate price on that?
About 1865. With the cake. I just want to move it.
There's a lot of people out there that hear about the price and they like it.
I'm trying to get an angle where you get, yeah, okay. So, there you go. If you have any interest in this guitar, you can contact me through the About on the YouTube. If you go on my YouTube channel, my homepage, and then you click on About, you can see my email address. You can contact me there. You can contact me right through YouTube in the comments. You could also go to my Facebook page, which is also just called Dane Nichols, and you could I should be looking at you. You can also just go right to my Facebook page and go to the messages there, or just in the in the bulk of the comment section there, you can just say, I'd like to talk to you about this. So, and we'll connect and we'll talk. Yeah, so thank you for watching, folks. And if you, like I said, if you have any interest in this, let me know.